Wait, no, don't!
Oh my God, where's the rest of him?
That's all there is.
He's all squished.
His name was Bradley Foster. He was the maintenance man here. Apparently, he fell into the compactor.
I'm gonna send a guy to check the parking lot for his car.
Yeah, I'd look for a compact.
It's not funny.
Hey, did you see what he's wearing? Those aren't briefs. They're more like boxers.
He's probably still alive when he dropped into the gears. Those rotating blades must have ripped his spinal column and shredded his lungs. He must have been screaming and begging for his life the whole way down. You loosened your belt, making room for the cake. You loosened your belt.
Excuse me?
Your tool belt. It didn't fit, and I saw you loosen it.
I need a Phillips head.
You didn't even know what tool to use. It wasn't your belt, was it? I know what happened. I know the whole story. The janitor, Bradley Foster, the engineer from MIT, he was the real inventor. He took the idea to Richard Meckler, which made sense. Meckler was a patent lawyer in that same building. Self-cleaning vacuum, the fourth greatest invention since the dawn of man. Meckler knew it would be worth a fortune. You and Meckler were old pals. You were in it together. He killed Foster in the trash compactor, and you were the beard. You were the phony inventor.
What's the cause of death?
Blunt force trauma to the back of the cranium,
No.
plus a small puncture injected with poison,
Oh, no.
plus signs of petechial hemorrhaging and suffocation,
Oh, no.
plus 2 gunshot wounds, 4 stab wounds, and tire track across the upper torso.
So the cause of death was...
Pretty much everything.
Here's what happened. Miss Garnett met a doctor at the convention. Took her out to dinner. I don't know what they ordered, but it must have been pretty special.
Why do you say that?
Because whatever it was, it could have been traced back to that restaurant. That meal, what they ate, that's what this whole case has been about. He must have paid for it with a credit card. Something that we could trace later.
Just listen.
They ended up at Mount Davidson Park. Something went wrong. We'll never know exactly what happened. All we know is that she got away, she ran across the street to the gas station. But now the killer had a problem. He was a doctor. So he knew there'd be an autopsy and that we'd be able to trace whatever she had for dinner. But he also knew that if he could stall us, distract us, eventually, the food in her stomach would be digested and the evidence would be gone.
36 hours.
Exactly. Everything's gone in a day and a half, even after death.
So he distracted us. He picked a victim at random, a street performer, and he killed him in a particularly gruesome way.
6 particularly gruesome ways, actually.
He wrote a note. He called us. He taunted us. Anything to keep our attention off of her.
How you doing? Out of 10.
Are you Pulaski?
Yeah,
Frank Pulaski?
that's right. Do I know you?
Just give me my change.
Hey, what the hell is this?
What happened?
Help, Tommy! The guy! I can't get it off! Do something! I am here! Tommy! No! Handcuffed.
Handcuffed to one wrist inside the 70 feet of rope.
Ah, God.
And then he was dragged west, 7/10 of a mile. I just saw the body, what's left of it. The Emmy said he's never seen anything like it. There's no end to it.
What do you mean?
I mean, this is number 9. 9 bizarre murders in the past 2 weeks. Every time my beeper goes off, my heart skips a beat.
Are they connected?
No, no connection at all. I mean, 4 have been men, 5 women, all different ages, Latino, white, black.
And the MOs?
All different. There's been a couple of shootings, different weapons, a hit and run, a drowning, an electrocution. I mean, it's like a full moon every night.
You sure that the cases have absolutely nothing in common?
Well, they have one thing in common, Monk. We can't solve them. I swear, there's something in the water. Wallace Cassidy. He was on the jury when you were being sued 6 years ago.
What are you talking about? Why would we care about somebody on a jury?
Maybe because you knew he was going to confess. Not for murder, for blackmail. Juror number 12 was blackmailing you. He knew that you had murdered your first wife. After Ian Agnew fell off your roof 6 years ago and sued you for negligence, the jury was brought here to visit the scene of the accident. One of them, Wallace Cassidy, wandered off. Most likely he was looking for something to steal. Mr. Cassidy had a gambling problem. He was always in debt.
Oh, God, I can't believe I went out with him. He's not even my type. I felt sorry for that stupid weasel.
Sharona,
What?
we're working here. Mr. Cassidy never did find anything to steal. He found something a lot more valuable. It was the first Mrs. Babcock. He didn't leave without taking a picture and one of her fingers.
We have that picture, and we have the finger. It won't be hard to prove who it belongs to.
He sent you an anonymous note demanding money. You knew it was from one of the jurors, but you didn't know which one. At the time, you didn't really care. Cassidy was small time, and he wasn't asking for much. So you paid him, and you thought that was the end of it. But it didn't end there. Cassidy kept coming back for more. So you decided to kill the blackmailer. But since you didn't know which of the 12 jurors it was, they all had to go, one at a time.
Okay. Now.
I don't understand. There's no surprise.
Sure there is.
What were you just talking about?
The fire up on 24th Street, sir.
Oh, you mean this fire?
Yes, sir.
You mean this story? Because I thought you might be working on this case. Body headless, police clueless. What page is this on?
That's the front page.
That's right. Front page, page 22. Very important, not important. Press all over us, nobody cares. What case do you think we should concentrate on, Captain?
The torso case?
Good choice. And in case you forget, you can always rewind your tape and play it back.
Paul Harley killed his girlfriend, Larissa Zarieva. He cut her up and dumped her body into the bay. He cleaned his house. He scrubbed, he dusted, he wiped away any trace of her until she disappeared. And then he must have found something, a piece of paper. It scared him half to death.
Well, what was it?
It was a receipt from the hair outlet on 24th Street. They make wigs from human hair.
Larissa had very long hair. A month before she was murdered, she cut it all off. We all saw the picture.
She sold her hair to a wig maker. Lots of women do that.
The hair outlet. Isn't that the place that...
That burned down last week, that's right.
Harley was in trouble. He knew there was a wig out there somewhere, made from Larissa's hair. A wig full of her DNA.
He had to get it back before we tracked it down.
So he broke into the hair outlet, killed the owner, and he rifled through the sales receipts until he found what he needed, and then destroyed the evidence. Or tried to.
We got lucky. Some of the records survived the fire. We know who bought Larissa's hair.
So who is it? Where's the wig?
It's not a wig. It's a toupee. It's your toupee, sir.
A toupee.
Your toupee.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, it's a rug. What, are you gonna deny it?
I don't wear a toupee.
It was Paul Harley that was grabbing your hat.
Ah! Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Ah!
You said it was right under our noses, Lieutenant. I think the lab is looking for that.
We were just about to rehearse a couple of tricks. Would you like to watch?
Sure.
I really don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't.
Good. Didi. Back. Back. Ungawa.
I don't want to do this.
Burundi. Ungawa. And now for the grand finale.
Oh, God.
Come on now. Don't worry, he knows what he's doing.
Didi.
Burundi.
Ungawa. Didi. Ungawa. Oh, my God!
Here you go. You want to sleep?
I can't. Every time I close my eyes, I see it again. So horrible.
It's okay. I'm right here. I'm gonna take care of you. One hot cocoa coming up. Here, I'm gonna put on some music for you.
Thank you, Adrian.
Are you kidding? The least I could do. It's true. You fell during a show 2 weeks ago, but it wasn't an accident. You said it yourself. The first thing you learn is how to fall. I'm guessing it was one of the best performances of your life, Natasha. And your fear of hospitals came in quite handy. There was no x-ray. Everyone just accepted the fact that your foot was broken. What is your problem?
Hey, clown, take a walk.
The night of the murder, you slipped out of your cast and followed your ex-husband and his girlfriend. You waited until they were in a crowded restaurant. You needed witnesses to see you running. That was the key to your plan. I wasn't there, but I heard you were dazzling. You really are the queen of the sky.
An interesting theory, Mr. Monk. Perhaps you'd like to x-ray my foot again.
No need for that. I'm quite sure it really is broken.
Good.
Now, you knew you'd be a suspect, and you knew that we'd want an x-ray.
It's not an easy thing to do. Breaking your own foot. After the murder, you came back here. It was late. Everyone was sleeping.
Didi. Ungawa.
Everyone except Didi's trainer. His trailer was right there. He probably woke up and looked outside. Can't somebody do something about this clown?
Look, I'm a police officer. Knock it off. Go ahead.
Like Tolstoy, you know how to tell a clever story. But you need proof. The elephant isn't talking. Anyone could have put that radio thing in her ear.
Randy, take that down to the laboratory, straight away.
I don't think they'll find any prints. She's too smart. I'm sure she wiped it down. Then again, that walkie looks brand new, which means she had to put batteries in it. You did remember to wipe your prints off the batteries, didn't you, Natasha?
Waka waka! All right, that's it, freak. You're under arrest. For what? For impersonating an officer.
Hey! 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 Get her! Get her!
Go, go.
It's jungle out there, disorder and confusion everywhere. No one seems to care. Well, I do. Hey, who's in charge here? It's